This is a chase scene from 1924. It's from the movie Sherlock Jr., and in it, Buster Keaton seems to almost get hit by a train. With extremely limited special effects, the filmmakers had to come up with an innovative way to create the illusion. So they shot the sequence backwards, then reversed the film. Since then, Hollywood has developed countless ways to make car chases feel more real and visceral to audiences, from modifying cars to placing cameras right in the seat of the action. And without each of these innovations, we wouldn't have gotten to the ultimate spectacle that is the Fast and Furious franchise. Let's take a look at how the car chase has evolved over 100 years in Hollywood. This is the scene that set the standard for all modern car chases. It's from the 1968 Steve McQueen movie, Bullitt, and it's iconic partly because of the characters.
Look, Chalmers, let's understand each other. I don't like you.
But also because of their cars. This mean-looking Dodge Charger is a muscle car. The hero car in Bullitt was a Ford Mustang, the first major pony car. And it's this combination of streamlined design and V8 engines that made these cars powerful and maneuverable enough to pull off daring stunts, like racing through the hills of San Francisco at 110 miles per hour. Bullitt also had another advantage, smaller and more rugged cameras, which allowed shooting to happen in actual streets. Before this movie, most directors shot chase scenes on studio sets, since they were dealing with cameras that looked like this. To fill in the backdrop, filmmakers would use rear projection, where you project a moving image onto a screen behind the actor. Like in this chase scene from the first Bond movie, Dr. No, where Sean Connery's steering doesn't seem to match the movement of his convertible. Bullitt was one of the first big Hollywood movies to rely on the lighter Arriflex 35-2 camera, so the crew could shoot entirely on location, and also take audiences inside the cars. They mounted cameras on the hoods, sides, and interiors of each vehicle, so viewers could feel every bump and lurch. This dynamic camera style was most famously used in the chase from the movie The French Connection. The filmmakers mounted cameras on the hood, front bumper, and dashboard of Gene Hackman's Pontiac. These multiple angles, along with handheld camera work from the back seat of the car, showed all the action from the driver's perspective. The result makes that Bond chase look like a casual spin. But higher stakes car chases can also be more dangerous. The French Connection chase was filmed on uncleared streets in New York without permits, among other drivers and passers-by. These barely avoided collisions, they happened for real. And this crash was entirely unplanned. At the wheel of the white Ford was a civilian driver who was uninvolved in the shoot. All this happened even with actors sometimes driving slower than what you see on film, a standard trick used to reduce risk. See how some cars' exhaust pipes are blowing smoke faster than normal? That's because filmmakers on French Connection used a technique known as undercranking, where they filmed some of the scene at a lowered frame rate. Capturing fewer frames makes movement look faster, basically the opposite of slow motion. You can also see this in Vanishing Point, released the same year. Barry Newman's character bets he can drive his Dodge Challenger from Denver to San Francisco in 15 hours. That'd require a constant pace of some 80 miles an hour. But in many sequences like this hot race with a Jaguar, the actors were only driving at 50. So the filmmakers created the illusion of speed by undercranking the camera to half its normal frame rate, making the cars look like they're flying. The Paris chase in the 1998 thriller Ronin, where Robert De Niro's Peugeot pursues a BMW, didn't use undercranking at all. To actually drive at these daredevil speeds, you pretty much always need a stunt driver. So the filmmakers have to find ways to make it look like the actor, not the stunt driver, is controlling the car. In Ronin, they had right-hand drive cars fitted with fake left-side steering wheels. The actor, in this case Robert De Niro, would pretend to drive for the close-ups, while the stunt driver to their right did all the actual maneuvering on a steering wheel positioned out of shot. But having the stunt performer in the other seat limits the angles you can shoot. And what if the stunt driver can't be in the vehicle at all? The solution came from a movie with exactly 0 car chases, Seabiscuit. The stunt team on that movie built a special rig for filming horse race scenes. Eventually, that rig evolved into a smaller, more versatile version designed specifically for filming car chases. Known as the Biscuit, it's basically a vehicle that you can put other vehicles on, one that can be reassembled into different configurations, like a giant Lego truck. The rig makes it look like an actor is doing the driving, while a stunt person actually steers from the driver's pod. This pod can be mounted anywhere on the platform, so filmmakers can basically get any angle they want. The Biscuit rig made it possible to film some of Hollywood's most famous car scenes over the past 2 decades, from this scene in The Hangover to the many chases in Baby Driver. The cars themselves are another common hurdle. Chase cars aren't built the same way today. Since the decline of the muscle car beginning in the late 70s, models have been getting safer and safer. Today's cars have onboard computers that make them shut down if they start to drift or do a power slide or J-turn. Basically all moves that would be dangerous for your average driver, but make up the basic ingredients of a Hollywood chase scene. Cars have always been reinforced and modified for stunts. They also fortify the frames and bodies of the vehicles so they can withstand heavy-duty stunt work. But just as it took 100 years to get the tech to where we are now, it can still take months to build up an epic car shot, even a short one. So even if these cars are going fast, it's the slow work of production that's gotten chase scenes to where they are today.